Okay, so y'all know I didn't watch the game live at work. Um, so before I even begin to talk about this game, I just want to make one thing absolutely clear. A lot of people follow football. A lot of people find it as a really good hobby, as a passion. I follow it pretty closely. I mean, it's been a passion of mine since I was young. I watched it when I was young. It's a great hobby of mine. You know, I follow one team and one team only, and I watch what's going on around the league. But you know, that's about it. So let's make one thing perfectly clear. I don't know if Kansas City is, according to some of these outsiders, the most hated team in football, or I don't know how it works because I don't know what it's like not being a football fan. But I want to say this because I finally just got irritated to the point tonight. I was kind of pissed. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Losing does not irritate me at all. Look, right before I was born in the 80s, the Chiefs were the bottom of the bottom. When we had Derek Thomas, we had no offense, but we had an amazing defense. Anyways, point being, it's like losing does not irritate me. This is the NFL. This is professional football. You are going to lose games. Unless you're the 72 Dolphins, you are going to lose games. In which the season was shorter back then. Losing games does not irritate me. The Chargers have not won since 2013. They were on a 9-game losing streak. They had to win at some point. It was inevitable. That's delaying the inevitable. It's like the snowstorm that keeps the package from shipping. It's going to get at your doorstep eventually. It's just a matter of time. The Chargers are a good football team this year. They got the same record as us now. They finally had a year where they're good. And we lost. I mean, that's apparent. What irritates me is these people that either support really shit teams in football or they don't even watch football and they take it upon themselves to bombard me with like 5-6 messages of just stupid shit. Not even like funny memes or like I know a Cowboys fan that I work with. I walked by her and I was like, "Hey Tracy, how about them Cowboys when they lost to the Saints?" She laughed at it. I laughed at it. I moved on. You know, that's a lot different because she did the same thing to me tonight. It's a lot different that way than, you know, somebody sending you stupid shit like, the team sucks. This is bad. That's bad. You know, bringing up shit from like the 80s or the 70s or how we haven't won a Super Bowl since '69. Dude, I don't want to hear all that shit. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to go win Kansas City a Super Bowl? Because I can't. My point is, there is nothing I can do to change the outcome of that game. Whatever the pros do on the field is what happens. I am in no control of what happens on the field, and neither are any of the other Kansas City fans. Whatever happens, happens. It just happens. None of us can control it. I did some funny stuff over the week. I uploaded a picture of Phyllis Rivers. Phyllis Rivers. One meme, and I get bombarded by like 50 different people, like Raiders fans and Panthers fans. Dude, your team's in the back burner. You guys are some of the worst teams in the league. Why are you even talking to me? Like, why are you bombarding me with all this shit that I can't control? Like, And that's the whole reason. And then they want to know why I do it to them. Well, I already know my team sucks. Why you got to tell me? Well, don't fill me full of shit for a whole week because my team lost. It's like these vultures that just sit there and wait for a good team to lose, and then they go and shit on them. Like, we're not the Steelers. We don't have a crap ton of Super Bowls. So why are you on my wagon anyways? You know, why are you on my jump? I can't control what the pros do. That irritates the living shit out of me. Like, I don't want my phone filled up with a bunch of crap. Like I said, I got friends. I beat their team. I'm like, you know, we point fingers at each other and we send memes back and forth. But it's not like we send each other 10 messages of nonstop shit that has nothing to do with the game. Like, you know, pictures of you know, a drawing of a dude in a Chiefs hat kissing somebody's ass talking about Patrick Mahomes. It's like, and it was a guy that doesn't even watch football. And I'm friends with him, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're annoying the shit out of me. You were on my ass for a whole week, and now they lost, and now I have to deal with all these other people and you sending me shit. Get off of me. Get away from me. Don't. We lost. I get it. Have your fun. Poke fingers, especially Raider fans. Have your fun now, because in 2 weeks, your ass is going to be the only thing keeping us from getting that first seed if we beat Seattle. And that's going to be the funny part. That's going to be the absolutely hilarious part. Because if we beat that team and I sit there and I badger those assholes for 5 minutes, they get pissed off. But they send me a whole bunch of crap and nonstop. And it just gets so irritating. It's like football is a league of talking shit among fans. Rivalries are for the fans, not for the players. Because guess what? Those players, when they leave and go to a different team, it doesn't matter to them. So it's for the fans. I get that. You know? And to those people that sent me like one or two things and was like, you guys lost. Kudos, shout out to you, dude. Thanks for not driving it into the ground. Thanks for having fun with it. Being a fan of football is about having fun. Obviously, if you're losing, you're not having that much fun, but it's about having fun. Or, you know, like you have a shitty year and you're like, yeah, we suck this year, man. Like us, apparently we can't beat good teams when we're ahead on the last drive of the game because Bob Sutton either takes out Eric Berry, which, by the way, was working. That irritated me. Why would you take him out? He was obviously being a factor in the game. Rivers only hit 2 deep balls all game, and Eric Berry tried to clean him up. He was at least there. And then when you take him out, he's throwing shit to people that's wide open. That's what happens when you take him out of the game. Why would you do that? That's like saying, we got the game, go ahead. Sit on the bench. We needed that guy there. Bob Sutton, we're ahead 33-30 against the Patriots. We leave guys wide open on defense, wide open on the last game-winning drive. We drop interceptions, and they go and they score the touchdown and they beat us. Teams that are going to be in the playoffs. The Rams, same thing. Skandrick drops an interception, they go down, score a touchdown, we lose. Why? Because we ran out of time and our offense can't be on the field. Tonight, same shit. They take Eric Berry out. Rivers goes up and down the field because nobody can stop him because guys are wide open because nobody knows what they're doing without Eric Berry. The offense sputters on the last drive. It's like the line decided to block no one. I mean, that last offensive drive, they blocked no one. Williams, 3-yard loss. He'd been running for like 4 yards a carry all night. Been wide open on the pass game. We try to pass it. Nobody blocks. Mahomes just gets crammed. And we have to punt it, and Rivers goes right back down the field. Things that were controversial. Look, NFL, can we grow up with the damn pass interference calls? No, this is not just a problem with Kansas City. This is a problem around the damn league. For people that think that I think it's just a Kansas City problem. The pass interference on Steven Nelson at the end of the game, yeah, that was pass interference. He held that dude all the way to the corner of the end zone. The stuff with Williams in the back of the end zone, he reached his hand up to play the ball, and he grabbed his arm when he was reaching up to catch it. He was playing the ball. Could it have went either way? Yeah, but come on, dude. Let the guys play. Let the guys play. The helmet-to-helmet contact. Dory O'Daniel, he lit him up because he wanted to run. Did his helmet make contact with his face mask? Yes. He turned his head and he put his shoulder down. It was controversial. So maybe they thought they screwed that call up, so that's why they made up for it with the Williams pass interference. But the Daniel Sorensen on a third down, when the first time the Chargers scored, are you serious? You serious? He reaches out and puts his hand on the guy's back like this. In case he moves, he can direct which way he's going. Wasn't pushing him, wasn't shoving. Had his hand to him like this. The ball is thrown. Dirty Dan drops an easy-ass interception, which is common for our defense, even though they had 2 tonight, which were remarkable. And it goes right through his hands, and they call pass interference on him. What? I'm sitting there on lunch break going, what? Because that was the only part of the game I got to watch. That's not pass interference. If the fans and the announcers are going to sit there and say, wow, that was a really bad call. That was a really bad call. Then it probably was. What happened? It resulted in 7 points. Would they have went for it on 4th down and made it? I don't know. They may have. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that would have kept them from scoring a touchdown, but it kept them from getting a first down on that drive. We get a really good punt return, and Patrick Mahomes steps up, tries to throw it through the pocket, and there's a guy sitting on Demetrius Harris, just like Dirty Dan was sitting on Williams or whoever the hell it was, Allen, whoever it was, reaching around him, all this other shit, nothing was called. It's like, dude, be consistent. I really don't care how you call things. Be consistent. Be consistent. Another thing I was going to bring up on the consistency thing. God, what game was I watching? It wasn't Bears versus Rams. It was some other game I watched. Sunday Night Football. I can't remember. Anyways, once again, there was a left tackle that just kept moving before the snap. Kept moving before the snap. Nothing was called. You got to be consistent, man. You got to be consistent with the calls. I don't care how you call them. Be consistent with them. Don't flag our guy for playing the ball and flag another guy for shadowing a defender. And then you have a guy from Los Angeles bear hugging Demetrius Harris, and they throw the ball and it's incomplete because by that time he's standing in front of him, or he's able to reach his arm in front. And you don't call that. That's inconsistency, man. You got to call it both ways. Would it have scored a touchdown? No. Would it have guaranteed us points? No, but it would have got us a first down on a 3rd down. It's inconsistency to the max. But the main line is here, why take out Eric Berry when you know it's working? Why sit him down when the game's on the line? And Bob Sutton, why is it without Eric Berry, everybody's wide the hell open, especially when the game is on the line? They don't do it in any other part of the game. But when the game's on the line, man, your defense is leaving holes everywhere. All 3 games that we lost, we had a guy in position to make an interception, and he dropped it. He just drops it. Bob Sutton, dude, you've had some great defenses in the past with Kansas City, but now that we got an offense, you need to find your ass the way out the door, dude. Because against teams that are good and decent, defense plays when they have to if the offense is one-dimensional. But teams like the Rams, Patriots, Chargers, teams that are going to be in the playoffs, they can't stop them for shit on the last play of the game. So what needs to happen? Well, either number one, our offense needs to put shit together when they have the ball and a chance to hang on to it to win the game like we did in other games, or Bob Sutton either needs to step his shit up or get out. Do I blame the refs for this game? No. Their calls were inconsistent. But we left a guy wide open on a 2-point conversion when he just scored. And I mean, it's like I said, it's controversial. He bobbled it going out of bounds. You're supposed to have control while you're inbounds and control until you hit the ground. It was squeezing out of his arm, and then he regained it when he was going out of bounds. It's controversial. It could have went either way. They called it a touchdown. The 2-point conversion, you left the damn guy wide open. Wide open. Wide open. He just caught potentially the game-winning or the game-tying touchdown, and you leave him that butt-ass naked in the corner of the end zone. Defense. Like I said, it's been a long time since the Chargers won. They had to win eventually. Like I said, it's like that snowstorm that delays a package. And personally, I think it's going to be the same way for the AFC West. The Chargers have just as tough a schedule, if we not. Actually, they got it tougher. They got to play Baltimore and they got to play Denver, and they lost to Denver once. So here's the scenario now. Chargers have to beat Baltimore and they have to beat Denver, and we have to lose to Oakland or Seattle or both. If we win out and the Chargers win out, we still take the division. I feel like it's that package that's delayed by a snowstorm. We're going to win. I feel like we're still going to win the division because we got an easier divisional team. But this was a winnable game, man. We had it in the bag. And Bob Sutton's defense let it go. And then, like I said, at the end of the game, 3 minutes left, all you got to do is get a couple first downs, man. I know their defense is tough. They're going to play lights out. But holy shit, the line didn't block anybody. The line blocked no one. Damian Williams tries to run. There was 3 dudes on him before he even got to the line of scrimmage. So we pass it out to Tyreek Hill, get our 5 yards back. Or our 3. Well, he caught it for 5. We lost 3. And then we get a damn holding penalty. So we shoot ourselves in the foot on that. And if we're not backed up far enough on a third and it ended up being a 3rd and 13, trying to get the game-winning first down, he drops back to pass, and he had, I'm going to say, probably a solid second before there was 3 guys closing in on him. The line blocked no one. Offense didn't get it done. They gave it right back to the defense. The defense had tons of holes in their defense. Eric Berry wasn't there to lead them. He sat out. Bob Sutton didn't make the right calls. There was holes all over the defense. Phillip Rivers went down, scored the game-winning touchdown. And not only that, the guy that scored the 2-point conversion was butt naked in the corner of the end zone, and he's the same damn guy that caught the touchdown pass. Steven Nelson committed a pass interference call in the end zone, and according to the refs, Orlando, or was it Orlando? No, it was Kendall Fuller in the back of the end zone that got called for it, trying to play the ball, and he got called for pass interference, which was debatable. Just like the Dirty Dan thing. You can call it debatable, but I guarantee you there was no evidence there. And the Demetrius Harris thing. Look, everything's debatable in football. So, bottom line is, defense choked it up. Offense couldn't get the job done at the end of the game. Period. There it is. And to be completely honest with you, this is the most fairly I've seen them get beat since the Patriots game. So I will say this. Chargers, credit to you. You finally won one. You're finally having a good year. You're finally a decent team. You know what? I was wrong. I underrated them the entire season, even with their record. I said, no, they ain't as good as what they say they are. Well, they are. They just knocked us off for the first time in 9 games, 8 years, or not 8 years, sorry, 5 years. 6 years, or yeah, 5 years, yeah. Chargers are a playoff team. Will they go anywhere in the playoffs? I don't know. Will we go anywhere in the playoffs? Not like that. Not like that. Eric Berry's got to play the whole game. Bob Sutton's got to tighten up his damn defense. The corners and the safeties have to stop dropping interceptions. If you're going to leave people that wide open and be a bend don't break, but play that good the rest of the game, and then stop, your pass rush stops, you start leaving people wide open, and then you get a chance when an interception hits you in the hands, catch the damn ball. I know you're not a wide receiver. That's not your job. But when it comes to you, catch it. Don't let it hit you in the hand and just fall out, you know? So, in conclusion, we're still the first seed. We still have control of this division. We still control our own destiny. Finish off the season, beat these two teams, and who cares what the Chargers do? Win the division. Make up for where you screwed up. Learn from it. Number two. All you people who don't watch football or are following these shit teams, I don't care if you send me one message and call my team shit. Cool. I'm going to laugh at it and I'm going to poke fun at your team. But when I do that, don't get pissed at me and don't keep badgering me with 10 messages when I don't respond to you. That shit irritates me. I can't control what happened on the field tonight. And I never will be able to. If I was the GM this late in the season, it would do no good to get Bob Sutton out, because then you got to start a whole new defensive scheme. You just got to roll with it. If it was me as a GM, I would sit Bob Sutton down and say, look, the 3 games we lost were because the defense couldn't stop them on the last drive. So you either tighten up your defense, because that's how teams win in the playoffs. That's how teams are Super Bowl contenders. You make the stop when it counts, even if your defense played like shit the whole game. So, in conclusion, still got the number 1 seed. We got punked by a good team. They're obviously a good team. They got the record. They got the critics behind them now. They got, they got everything. They got the whole 9 yards. They were picked to be Super Bowl contenders. I'm sure they are now. Still. But best of luck to the Chargers. Hopefully we'll meet you in the playoffs, because it hurts a lot worse in the playoffs. But we still have control over what we do. As goes for the loss, I'm not pissed about it. I'm not going to blame the refs, even though there was inconsistent, uncontrollable, or debatable calls. It could have went either way. There was calls we had that could have went either way. There was holding calls that weren't called on both sides. This game could have went either way, referee-wise. I'm not worried about that. I'm not pissed because we lost. I'm irritated because people badger me with stupid shit, and they pile it onto me. And they make like it's my fault that my team lost. It's nobody's fault. Well, let me rephrase that. It's a defense's fault. It was a complete team loss. You were ahead the whole game, and you choked it up at the end. And I guarantee you there will be at least 2 or 3 people that get on here and, chokers, Kansas City, and they'll pile on like 3 or 4 comments after that. I don't care. It's my friends that I'm close friends with, and I'm like, dude, we're not here to piss each other off. So don't compile me with shit. You get irritated. Like if we was to go smoke Oakland in that last game of the season and get the seed, and I go bitch at a friend of mine for about 5 minutes and rub it in his face, he's going to get pissed off within the first 5 or 10 minutes. So if that pisses you off, don't compile me with shit that I can't control. So, there's my rant if you want it. I'm not ranting at the game. I'm ranting at the people that piss me off. It's not my fault. I can't control it. My team lost. There's nothing more to say about it. They lost. Whether they lost to a 2-10 team or a 10-2 team, we lost. That's how it works. 3-10 or 10-3, 3-10. You get the point. We lost. I get that. Go ahead, poke your fun. It's cool. I'll throw shit at your team and we'll be done. But don't get pissed off when I throw shit back at you, or your team gets blown out by mine or loses to mine, and you guys are, your team is the reason that we get the first seed, and I poke fun at you, and don't get pissed off because you did it to me. I've made very sure and clear over the past years that if I'm going to throw shit at somebody, it's because they threw it at me. My cousin roots for Carolina. I never went after this dude. He badgered me every time we lost. Last year, every time we lost, he came after me. Badgered me, pummeled me with stupid shit I can't control. I love the kid to death, but good Lord, dude, your team's 6-7. They lost to the Browns. They lost to teams we beat. They lost, what is it? They're on like a 5 or 6 game losing streak right now. They lost their playoff hopes because of it. Why are you on my junk, dude? Your team's the one that's shit. You should be worried about watching your own team, not mine. My point is, NFL fans, if your team is so god-awful and crappy this season that you have to sit around and wait all those weeks until a good team like mine loses this year so that you can compile me with 10 messages, is that all you have to do with your life? Football's a big part in my life, but I also accept the fact that I can't control anything that those guys do. Plain and simple. I can't control what they do. I accept that. I am a diehard Kansas City fan. Look at my house. Look at this shit. Look at my house. Eric Berry poster, Travis Kelce poster. That beautiful piece of art right there that's one of a kind. I go to the playoff games. I go to their home opener. I invest a lot of money in this team that I will never see again. Don't message me 10 times about some shit that I can't control. I just support this team. It's a hobby. It's a passion of mine. I love this team. They lost. I made excuses for one game, and that was the Rams. Because it was called it was reffed so inconsistently, it was unbelievable. The Patriots, we got beat by a good team. The Chargers, we got lazy on them. We got lazy on that football team. We thought, it's the Chargers. They haven't won in the past 9 games. They haven't won in 5 years. What are they going to do? Come back. Samuel Roth, if you're a Chargers fan, congratulations, man. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I don't have nothing against you, buddy. I'm glad you guys are finally winning games. I'm glad you guys finally won one. Good job, man. Your team came to our house and punked us. And I'll tell you what, that 2-point conversion was ballsy. That coach they got, I don't know his name. It's Anthony something. That dude's got nuts. That dude's got nuts. Game's on the line. He's going to go for it on a 2-point conversion knowing the division's on the line. Got nuts. Yeah, Anthony Lynn. That's his name. Samuel Roth. Hey, you're welcome, dude. Like I said, true fans, I have no problem having a conversation with. Thank you for having that respect, man. I appreciate that. You know, tonight's been a long night. As I said in the earlier in the video, I've got badgered by people that don't even watch football, and it's just irritating to me. You know, neither one of us, me, this guy, anybody else, can control what's going on. I don't blame you, dude. Your coach has balls, man. But he called the perfect play. The same guy that scored the touchdown, Williams, left him butt naked in the corner of the end zone. So good play calling, man. I mean, like I said, it's divisional rivalry. I always poke fun at the Chargers, but they got it going this year, man. They're a legit team. Well, as I said before, I questioned them the whole year on some of their wins and losses. They're legit, dude. They knocked off the #1 team in football according to power rankings. Good gun. I'm genuinely happy, dude, because I'm genuinely happy for true diehard Charger fans. Guys like this that don't take shit to the extreme. But yeah, man, they're apparently the Chargers are legit, man. They came into our house. We took them lightly, apparently, at the ending of the game, and they made us pay for it. So, to the true Charger fans out there, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy your team's finally winning. I'm happy your team's out of the struggle. You know, I hope you guys do something with it. Maybe we'll meet again in the playoffs in the divisional round, or you know, maybe you guys will be in the divisional round. I don't know what's going to happen. But best of luck to the Chargers. Best of luck against Baltimore. I'm a Kansas City fan, so obviously I hope they lose to Baltimore. Obviously, I hope they lose to Denver and or both. But they're saying the same thing about us, you know, with Seattle and Oakland. So the best of luck to you to the rest of the season. If you guys take the first seed, obviously you earned it. You got a harder schedule than we do in the next 2 games. Obviously you earned it. So if we end up in the wild card, maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need to play some of these playoff teams to prove that we can beat them. You know, I thought after that Ravens slump, I was like, man, we finally got it together. You know, there's still a learning curve there. Phillip Rivers is a veteran, and they've been getting out coached, and apparently apparently now they got a coach, and Phillip Rivers has a team behind him, and they got the ball rolling. So best of luck to them in the playoffs. They're obviously going to make it, no doubt. They clinched a playoff spot tonight by beating us. Good luck, man. Good luck. To the Chargers fan in the comment, Samuel Roth, thanks, dude. I really needed another fan of that fan base to, you know, be an actual fan and not just be an asshole. So thanks for that. Best of luck to your team. Good win tonight. You got us. You finally got us. You know, it was enjoyable for the 9 games that we won in a row. But as I said before, it's like that package that got delayed. Chargers were going to win eventually. They just had to put all their X's and O's together. But like I said, man, congratulations. This video's been long as shit. Hopefully y'all do good in the playoffs. Hopefully my team stays consistent and battles it out with your team until the end and keeps this first seed. Otherwise, if they lose it, they obviously deserved it. The Chargers have their final 2 games are tougher than ours. The Ravens and the Seahawks are kind of on the same stage, and I've been a Charger fan for a while since I started watching football. I know what it's like to lose. It's nice to finally see a good season, a few sad years. Understandable, man. I know exactly how you feel. I've been fortunate enough the past few years. We've been really good. We haven't done shit in the playoffs, but we've been really good. I know how you feel. I went to all the playoff games. I went to all the home openers, you know, when we beat Philadelphia last year. Last year I watched us smoke both of the Super Bowl teams and then go and blow it in the last half of the season to the Jets, the Bills, god-awful shit teams. I can honestly say, though, I don't really know your exact pain of being, you know, I don't know how old you are. I'm almost 26. I know when I was growing up, we had Montana for a little while, and he got knocked out, and there went that hope of us winning a Super Bowl. We had Derek Thomas, but we had a god-awful shit offense that wasn't worth a damn. But before that, before I was born in the 80s, we were nothing. From the 70s to the 80s, for like a whole 20 years, we was nothing but shit. We was like the Raiders. And the Raiders were good during that period. So, yeah, like I said, man, I'm happy to actually see somebody else in the division besides Denver competing with us. Oakland, we don't really have to worry about because they've been a slump for 20 years, and they're probably going to stay there with the way that Gruden's controlling things. But yeah, I'm happy to see a new face in there. And like I said, man, it's people like you that I'm genuinely happy for. You know, even though we lost, my team lost, I'm genuinely happy that guys like you can get enjoyment out of this and look back on it and say, damn, dude, remember that year when Kansas City punked us for nine games straight, and then we went into Arrowhead and we ended up coming back, you know, with next to nothing left They doubted us. We came back. We scored a touchdown. And then just to top it off, we went for a ballsy 2-point conversion with – everybody knows if Kansas City would have won that game, that was the division. We won the division. The division was on the line, and he went for it all. So, like I said, man, outcoached, obviously outplayed in the last – we had the game all the way until that point. We laid down – well, I wouldn't say we laid down. We got lazy. I think they got to a point where they thought, the Chargers will just do what the Chargers always do. It's not the same team. It's obvious. So for people like you, I'm genuinely happy, man. I hope the Chargers go far. Whether that determines beating us or losing us. For people like you, I really hope you guys go far and you get enjoyment out of this year. Because I know what it's like being a true fan. And I know what it's like to sit in freezing ass rain and watch Pittsburgh beat your ass on field goals and have, a quarterback like Alex Smith throw for 3 first downs in an entire second half against Tennessee and have them come back and beat you and not score jack shit the whole second half. That shit hurts, dude. When you put so much money into one team that you're never going to get back and nobody's ever going to thank you for. I know how it feels, man. So, obviously, I hope my team does well for the rest of the season. I hope we go all the way. That's everybody's ambition if you're a true fan. But for you and all the other Charger fans that are true guys, true sportsmen, man, I wish the best for you guys. I'm not a sore loser. I'm not a sour loser. I just call it like I see it, and yeah, I hope you guys do good, but I'm going to end this video. It's way longer than what I thought it would be. If you guys want to watch the rest, you can go back to the beginning and watch it. I don't ask for subscribers. I don't ask for viewers. I don't ask for any of that shit. I do this for my own enjoyment and for my friends and stuff that want to watch it. So Samuel Roth, huge shout out to you, dude. Thanks for dropping a like on the video. I appreciate it, man. I hope your team goes far. Other than that, thanks for watching.